of building and maintaining these weekend warriors. We urge you to take note of these sponsors and to participate by patronizing them whenever you have need of the services or products they have to offer, and mention to them that you've seen the car they sponsor right here at the Oval of Excitement, the toughest track in the Maritimes, Riverglade Speedway. It's parade time this afternoon, pre-race feature, when all the drivers get their chance to show off their stuff before they write off their stuff here this afternoon. We'd like to send a special congratulations out this afternoon to Rick and Kathy Morningstar, celebrating big number 28. Congratulations, Kathy and Rick, celebrating big number 28, Rick and Kathy Morningstar. If you're looking for Kathy, she's right down here in front of me with a baseball bat, going to come up and hit me. And Rick is the assistant flagman here this afternoon in the tower. Our congratulations go out to them from Pat Shelley and the entire staff of Riverglade Speedway. Leading off the parade this afternoon as they pass by the starter stand, where Ken Brace and Rick Morningstar will do their duties, is the St. John Ambulance, Local 275 Combined Moncton Division, and we appreciate the services of their capable and well-trained volunteers. Right behind them, our towing service this afternoon, and we're probably going to keep them fairly busy. Taylor's Auto Body out of Salisbury for towing and general repairs. They're available at 372-9436, Taylor's Auto Body. Our first competitor in a Ford Thunderbird number 44, the Pro Sarge stores out of Salisbury, Budweiser, Boston Stewart, Center Lumina, car number 62 for Paul Lewis. Lloyd Garnett, also a former winner in the Sportsman division back a few years ago, in car number 02, the Ideal Muffler, D&M Auto Body Rapid Red. Engine machine shop Ford Thunderbird out of Manhurst, Lloyd Smurf Garnett. Driving car number 6, can't read the sign, I'm sure you can, the Ripley's Auto Sales Pontiac for Terry Charters. Driving car number 40, the Dodge Avenger, wrenched by Sam Harper. The Riverglade Metro, Tozer Chrysler, Plymouth and Nordine, Moncton Chrysler Dodge. McLean Service Center machine, straight to Dell and Nancy Jensen from car number 48. They are sponsored by Mac Tools, RK, Bazell, ICI Paints, Pro Signs, Fullerton Agencies, Victory Lane Racing Apparel, and some other folks. Car number 48, Dave Oblinas. Driving car number 50, he had fast time early in the go in the Steel Mart Hillcrest Towing
200. On the point, the first qualifying heat in the number 50 car. That's Dan Duke, outside row 1 in the 92. Doug White. Inside row 2 is the 87 car of Donnie Pond. Outside in the 44, that's Jim Dunham. Inside row 3 will be the 10 of Herman Berry Jr. Outside row 3 in the 02, Lloyd Smurf Garnett, former champion in another class in the international event. Inside the 4th row in the 55, the car to watch, winner of the last 2 international 200s, 55, Dave Mullins, and rounding out the field in the 48. He's in about the best position you can be, because he doesn't even have to run to win this. He can only just sit out there and make laps. Starter Ken Brace, green flag coming up this time on first qualifying event for the International 200. We're going to go racing! Top 4 cars will qualify for the feature event. Dan Duke with the lead, Donnie Pond second. Herman Berry and Doug White are right now in those top 4 positions. Getting real dark here. We might need the lights pretty soon. Dan Duke in the 50 with the lead. Don Pond second. And making a move now. In the 55, Dave Mullins making a move into 4th place. Looking for 3rd. Going down low on the Tinker. Duke in the catbird seat right now on the front position. Don Pond is second. Dave Mullins in the 55 is third. The 10 car of Herman Berry Jr. 4th place. Dave Oblinas has had enough. He heads pit side in the 48. Not have to worry. He's going to start right at the front for the feature tonight. Well, they've separated the two bunches now. Garnett, Dunham, and White are the odd men out so far. We're at the halfway point in the first qualifying heat of this Eastern Sports International 200 night. Duke on the point. Don Pond trying to challenge him for the win. These guys will run to the finish, even though right now they've qualified. Donnie Pond looking to make a move on the 50 car. Tries to get underneath down the front chute. I think the main thing to remember for these drivers is not to write off their car, because the feature is yet to come, and that's the main event. That's the one that counts. 2 more to go this time from our starter. 2 more laps remaining in the first qualifier. Top 3 cars right now: Duke, Pond, and Mullins. Dave Mullins making a move to the outside of Donnie Pond. Herman Berry Jr. will see the white flag in 4th position. Dan Duke can roll to a victory now. In the front position, Lloyd Garnett now looking for 4th to qualify. Closing in, is he going to do it? Dan Duke wins the race. Donnie Pond qualifies. Dave Mullins comes in 3rd, and Herman Berry Jr. is 4th. Your top Duke in the 50, winning the first qualifying event tonight. Lenore's Pizza, Hillcrest Towing Automobile.
Gather them up. Okay, ladies, let them go.
Gary Ward on hand. Outside will be the 33 of Jerry Bernard as they see green this time around. Green flag. We're going to go racing. Second qualifying heat. Bill McLean tries to make the move for the early lead. Top 4 qualify into the feature. Babineau is driving the 7. Daryl Nicholson rounds out the field in the 4 car. The field right now sandwiched by Chrysler Products. Bill McLean with the lead. Dan Burke in the 15 has 2nd. The battle now for 4th as Guy Babineau gets in. That's the position you've got to be in to qualify for the feature event, in that 4th spot. Bill McLean in command with Dan Burke 2nd. Derek Smith is 3rd. Now Babineau will try to make a move to put some breathing room. He'll try to go underneath, down low on the 00 car. Watch for him to do that through the turn. Makes the move out of turn 4. Not enough power to secure it down the straightaway. Smith goes high. That gives him some room to get underneath. There goes the 7 car at the halfway mark. They're going to be battling for that 4th spot. Right now, Bernard looking for one of them to make a mistake as Babineau goes by. He's put a lot of laps in on this track. Knows his way around. Now Bernard making the move, putting Smith outside, putting him back in 5th place. Bill McLean continues in the lead with Dan Burke 2nd. Guy Babineau driving the number 7 car. Jerry Bernard in 4th place. Those 4 will qualify thus far if they finish in that order. Derek Smith and Daryl Nicholson rounding out the field. Those drivers have to make some moves in order to get into the final event. With 2 to go the next time by. 2 more laps remaining. Mark can finally breathe again after almost getting squirrely in turn 4. Bill McLean with the lead. Dan Burke second. Guy Babineau is in third. Jerry Bernard fourth. And if they finish in that order, those 4 go through to the International 200. Under the big dark cloud that has covered the speedway, Bill McLean takes home the win in the second qualifying heat. 40. Let's have a good hand for Bill McLean, taking the checkered flag. Home to victory, the Moncton Chrysler Dodge.
And sets that machine in the 32nd Annual International, all brought to you by Eastern Sports on St. George Street in Moncton. Your headquarters for ski gear for the winter ski season. And they've got a complete lineup on hand right now. Salisbury Lions 50-50 drop. So the Sears is already qualified in the 13. Just getting a few tune-up laps in this turnaround qualifier. Green flag is up to start a kid race on a turn 4. We're going racing. McKenzie with the early lead over Paul Lewis, and McKenzie's got mechanical problems. Looks like off the right rear of that automobile. Doesn't seem to be slowing him down, but something was going from the right rear quarter panel. Hard to tell whether that is liquid or some smoke trailing from the 85, but he has stretched out a 6-car length lead over Paul Lewis in the 62. Jerry Connors in third, and Tim Rogers is the man on the bubble. Rogers right now in the final transfer spot to the main event. LZ Beeman trying off. He's getting to get up there and race with him. Watch Sears, who is already qualified, make up ground in the 13 car. Ken McKenzie, your race leader, trying to put this 13 qualifier away. Paul Lewis trying to hold on to second, and Terry Charters is giving him all the battle he wants there. Tim Rogers right there in the thick of it as we go to the halfway mark for 5 complete on the turn number 4 and 5 to go. 5 complete, 5 remaining. Ken McKenzie, your race leader. Paul Lewis in second. The battle is for third between Terry Charters in the 6th and Tim Rogers in the 19th. McKenzie having it his way at the front of the pack. Lewis almost gets sideways as the 6 car almost collected him in 1 and 2. They're going to see 2 to go this time by. Those cars are in if they maintain their position. But not content to be where they are. They want to qualify as far up in the field as they can to stay out of trouble for the feature race. White flag is down. 1 lap remaining. The battle continues to be for third position between Paul Lewis and Tim Rogers. LZ Beeman may not be able to make that final transfer spot in car number 14. McKenzie takes the checkered flag for the win. Charters will come home in second. Rogers for third. Paul Lewis makes it into the 32nd Annual International. Keep parading around with their hot exhaust and wide tires. We should be able to go racing. 4th qualifier up next on the program. So far qualified to run the show. Of course, our pole sitter, Dave, will lead us in the 48. The 13 of Roger Sears, who will be outside the front row. Turn number 4. We're going to go racing. Barb Dryden on the inside, your early leader of turn number 2 as McLean fights back on the outside. The top 4 will go to the main event from this round of competition. Back straightaway, it is a side-by-side battle. Dryden on the inside, McLean on the outside. Jim McPherson is third. The battle is for fourth between Dale Richardson in the 49 and the 42 of Steve Rogers. The winner will qualify the 6th spot. Got his hands full of Gary McLean in the 12. Mr. Ballpower is third. Richardson is fourth. And Richardson is the man on the bubble as the halfway flags come up from starter Ken Brake. Out of turn number 4, 5 complete, 5 to go. Todd Turner and Ray McRae having trouble in the rear of the pack, both trying to dispense of each other and make their way up to the leaders. And he there trails the field in the 93. Dryden, your race leader. Gary McLean is second. Jim McPherson third. Dale Richardson is fourth. And Richardson, the man on the bubble. Steve Rogers would like to take away that final transfer spot in the Ed Floyd Excavating Hughes Home Construction Pontiac. The popsicle sticks are up. 8 complete. 2 to go this time by. Flag next time at turn number 4. Final qualifying round. The top 4 will go to the feature. Right flag is down. Dryden, your leader. McLean in second. Mr. Moffat is third. Dale Richardson is fourth. Steve Rogers has one more lap to make that final transfer spot to the main event. Flag at turn number 4, the sophomore driver Dryden takes it home. Gary McLean for second, solidly in the field. His honor lap around the speedway. And they come out of turn number 4. Track in the Maritimes River Glade Speedway. Oblitas on the inside, Sears on the outside. We're going to tighten up, take them around one more time. Next time by, we should go green out of turn number 4. Time through the 1-2 turn under caution down the back straightaway. They're checking the gauges, listening to their engines. They'll rev them up as they enter turn number 3. Line them out of turn number 4. Green flag is up from starter Ken Brake. One more time. We're going to go racing. Now Gorham driving in fifth. The battle is on down the back straightaway. 32nd Annual International here at Rivergate Speedway. Position as Oblinas leads. It's Dan Duke in the 50, Ken McKenzie in the 85. Both these drivers hungry for the big win here at the Oval of Excitement, Riverglade Speedway. Dave Oblinas back, Ken Carlink, lead your leader into the 3-4 turn. They stretch them out down the back straightaway. Spot out of turn number 2. And McKenzie now solidly up in the second spot with Dan Duke breathing down his exhaust pipes. Roger Sears is in the 4th position. Sophomore driver Norm driving in 5th. Sportsman division, all brought to the seat of our Eastern Sports. Dave Oblinas, your race leader, sets his sights on Keith Lewis, trying to put him a lap down in the 31 car. Keith Lewis has got a lap down to the leader. And now Derek Smith in the 00 Pontiac about to succumb to the leader's pass. Dave Oblinas working his way through backpackers down the back straightaway. Ken McKenzie trying to take full advantage of this opportunity to move up in the field with Dan Duke in 3rd. Roger Sears in 4th, and Norm Bryant doing a solid job in 5th, while Don Bond in the 87 in the 6th position. The leader in the 48 now looks to the outside of Bill C. Beeman on the back straightaway, and Beeman will go a lap down to the Clark Towing Reliable Rebel Chevrolet. Ken McKenzie now has cleared the lap traffic of Derek Smith. But the lead margin is being stretched out by your leader Oblinas as he heads down the back straightaway, and the 44 of Jim Dunham possibly will go a lap down in the next couple of laps. So lap traffic is now playing a serious part in this race. As Ray McCray is fighting for position in the 58 car with the 42 of Floyd, and Jim Dunham is struggling to hold on to his lead lap. Venus now works the underside of Jim Dunham in the 44. Job with the lap traffic in the 48 car, but is still hung up on the inside of Jim Dunham in the 44. A couple of cars come together, and Ray McCray now also will fall victim to the leader's pass. The 42 of Rogers has broke free and may be able to stay on the lead lap in the 42 car as Salinas looks to the outside to the 1-2 turn. For the 9th position between Bill McLean, Steve Abelow, and the 12 of Gary McLean. They are stretching them out. Now the 48 has put several cars a lap in arrears, including the 42 of Steve Rogers, the 58 of Ray McCray, and the 14 of L.C. Beeman. Also got a lap down is the 44 of Jim Dunham. On the wheels on the 10 car, the brake roller singing red hot on car number 10. So some serious brake fade possibly on Herman Berry Jr.'s car. Us a problem at turns 1 and 2 as McKenzie spins to the infield out of turn number 4. McKenzie making his way back onto the track. Well, very difficult time for the drivers to maneuver their way through the 1-2 turn. There's an electrical problem over there. Dave O'Brien continues to lead in the 48. Yeah, Duke now assumes the second spot in car number 50. After McKenzie lost several positions in the field. That will move to 51 of Norm driving up to third. that the 19 of Tim Rogers is running in fourth. The 13 of Roger Sears in fifth. Someone is on the way to deal with the electrical problem in the run-through turn. Smith has gone to the garage area in the 00. There we go. Caution out on the speedway as the 00 gets by over there. Looks like the 87 or the 78 has spun over there. I believe it's the 87 car of Donnie Pond.
John's in the distance now.
Venus on the gas one more time. Halfway flags this time around. 50 complete, 50 to go this time on. 50 complete, 50 to go. The 48 automobile of Dave Oblina Shore race leader. The 50 of Dan Duke in the second position. In third, the 55 of Dave Muller. The 19 of Tim Rogers in fourth. A super battle there between the 42 and the 44. McRae off the pace in the 58 automobile. Now putting Ray McRae another lap down. Dan Duke, your second place car, now being threatened for that position by Dave Mullins in the number 5 automobile. Tim Rogers is fourth in the 19. Ken McKenzie unofficially back up to fifth. We're not sure if he lost a lap early. Your top 5, Dave Oblinas, Dan Duke, Dave Mullins, Tim Rogers, and the 85 of Ken McKenzie. The 6 of Terry Chiners and the 51 of Norm Bryant also on the lead lap. Also the 40 of Bill McLean still on the lead lap as well. So Dave Oblinas with a clear track in front of him this time on a turn number 4. Can see all the way to turn number 1. The next back marker would be the 49 of Dale Richardson out of Nova Scotia. Your race leader heads for turn number 1. The 55 of Dave Mullins now has taken over second position. And third place will goes to Dave Duke in the 50. Trying to make that third place, Tim Rogers in the 19. And fourth should be the 50 of Dan Duke. In fifth, I believe Ken McKenzie in the 85. Sixth position should be Kerry Charters. And then seventh to 51 of Norm Dryden. Unofficially in eighth position would be Bill McLean. We believe too that Steve Abineau and Roger Sears still on the lead lap as well. Kissed the wall of the box straightaway. Looked like Charters and possibly the 13 car have really close that time down the box straightaway. As Oblinas continues to lead in the 48. Now putting the 00 of Derek Smith, his former street stock competitor, another lap down to the leader. That would put Smith at least 3 laps in arrears. He also visited the pit area. The distance between the leader, Dave Oblinas, and second place, Dave Mullins, is becoming closer and closer. Mullins looking for his third international win here in the 55 automobile. And the distance is closing up between the leader, Oblinas, and second place, Dave Mullins. Separate first and second place Oblinas and Mullins. Oblinas now working some lap traffic as he takes down the 10 of Herman Berry Jr. Ray fires the 7, makes his way back into the fray. Dave Mullins, unofficially your leader, but we we're quite sure that would be official. 48. The 48 of Dave Oblinus in second spot. The 51 of Norm Dryden should be in third. And fourth, the 19 of Tim Rogers. The 85 of Ken McKenzie would be next up on the grid as far as running position. In 50 car should be in sixth position. Call to the checkered flag. Another 100-lap feature coming up as we'll take a brief intermission to allow the cars to more feature laps. Green flag is up. We should get a start at turn number 4. Mullins, your leader. They rammed it up for 3 to go. This time, we're going to race it. At car number 55, your race winner. Let him know your appreciation as he heads out of turn number 4. They can hear you. Dave Mullins, your race winner. This is unofficial. We're trying to give you the top 5 here. Dave Mullins, of course, your winner. The 48 of Dave Oblinus in second. The 19 of Tim Rogers in third. 51, Norm Dryden in fourth. And Ken McKenzie fifth in the 85. That's unofficial. We're just doing some quick calculations here. We'll wait for the officials to decide it. This is the number 5, the Mullins Excavating Square D DW Carter electric machine. He's also sponsored by Glenn's Tire and Alignment, as well as Economy Glass and Mirror. You're right. Checked out for the second half. You pulled a really good move on the 48 car in lap traffic.
Well, you take a chance sometimes, and sometimes you come out ahead. It could have worked the other way, just as easy.
Exactly. It's tough to make that call, too, when you go in. You've got cars both high and low. Which way do you go?
That's right. You take a chance, and my chance was right that time.
Way to go. Well, let's get over to the pit area. We're going to get a little bit of accolades here at the start and finish line. Got a trophy to give away here, and we'll let Dave go over and work on the car. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, your first half winner, Dave Mullins in the number 5s. Ladies and gentlemen, a little something to fill the intermission. The non-qualifiers feature. On the point, Darrell Nicholson in the 4 car. And outside in the 09 is Todd Turner. A little sprint for 3 of the cars that didn't qualify tonight.
A little extra incentive for those drivers. Nicholson with the early lead. Turner in the 09 is second. Back in third, that's Hebert in the 93 car. Nicholson leads him into turn 3, followed by the 09 of Todd Turner. Halfway, next time by, the crossover flags are up from our starter. And Darrell Nicholson is looking at the flags as he crosses the stripe in first place. 2 more times around with the popsicle sticks for Darrell Nicholson driving the 4 car. Here comes the white flag. Todd Turner trying to catch him. He's only got 1 more lap to do so. Darrell Nicholson in first, Todd Turner second, and Hebert looks on from third place. Comes the checkered flag in the non-qualifiers feature for Darrell Nicholson in the 4. He brings the Chrysler LeBaron.
I'm going to ask some skill testing questions.
We're going to ask some skill testing questions. Please, nobody say who won the race today because I haven't seen it yet, and I'm going to go home and watch it on tape. So there's going to be somebody in the crowd that's going to yell out who won. Just please don't.
Okay, we need some of the extra skill testing questions on the kit.
We have some skill testing questions on the history of the International, but first let's have a good hand for Darrell Nicholson driving the 4 car home to victory in the non-qualifiers feature.
Bill McLean. In the 13 is Roger Sears. In car number 50, Dan Duke. The 44 is Jim Dunham. The 42 is Steve Rogers out of Hampton. The 48, Dave Oblina. So driving the 33 in the second half will be Donnie Pond, a driver substitution, which is legal tonight here in the International. So Don Pond will drive car number 33 in the second half. Point this time as well in Keith Lewis, an experienced veteran on the outside in LZ Beeman. Green flag is up from starter. Step race. Rich Morningstar gives a look at turn number 4. We're going racing. Zero of Derek Smith involved in a battle with Adam Pond. Adam Pond gets the spot, moves up to 4th. And Beeman will lead the lap number 2. Caution out on the speedway as the 50 of Dan Duke and the 44 of Jim Dunham get crossed up in the 1-2 turn. Maintenance crew is out to check on the debris over the 1-2 turn. We'll realign the field, try this all over again one more time. Second half of the Twin 100s as Dave Mullins attempts to put both halves together and be a 3P winner here tonight. One complete 19.9 to go. L.C. Beeman on the point. The Wild Man will show the way out of turn number 4. Take the one more time around just to tighten up the field. Starter Kim Brace doesn't quite like the look of the ragged start. And we'll try it all over again one more time.
Probably figured it out. Going over again. 44
So Dan Luke in the pits. L.C. Beeman on the point. We're going to go racing. Folks, there is a fire extinguisher on board. And safety crews will stop them here at the start-finish line to attend to that. So everybody relax, everything is fine. There is a fire extinguisher on board. So Ken McKenzie makes his way to the car just in time to protect his investment. Bob Charter's trying to do the honors there with the fire extinguisher. And it looks like the fire has already gone out, but we'll give it a good shot for just in case, because there is a fuel cell back there. And some quick action by the Riverview Fire Department will put this fire well under control. Yes, let's have a good round of applause for these folks. If you remember back a number of years ago, we've watched a couple of these cars go up in flames. I remember Adler Cormie's car. He lost it up at Miramichi City one time. And it can be very disastrous, of course, very expensive. So we appreciate the fast work of these crews. Hopefully, Ken can refire the car, fix the problem. Congratulating the Riverview Fire Department and a super job they did right there. Lots of excitement here tonight at Riverglade Speedway. We'll try this all over again one more time. Beeman on the inside, McRae on the outside. Green flag one more time for the racing. one is your race leader. Ray McRae in the second spot, looking for his second win in international competition. Adam Fine, the 78 Terry Chiners in the 6th and in 5th position. Car number 12, Gary McLean. Paul Lewis, an altercation with the 19 of Tim Rogers. Several cars barely get by on the back chute, and caution is out on the speedway. So two cars at least came together. There's the 19 and of Tim Rogers in the 62, a veteran Paul Lewis. Paul Lewis is rolling one more time in the 62. The veteran campaigner Paul Lewis in the orange crate number 62 is rolling one more time. Quite a story, this driver. Started all back in 1965. He was here back in 1965 when the International started. And quite a career here at the Speedway. Multi-time champion. Numerous feature wins to his credit. Suffered some heart problems back a couple of years ago and came back and do it all over again. I don't know about you folks, but it thrills me every time I see the likes of Paul Lewis and Jim McPherson. Those competitors like that have been around for a good number of years and still go at it week by week here at the Speedway. So restart this time at turn number 4. Green flag us up from Steiner. Kid brace one more time. We're going racing. A little loose in the 31 at the back of the pack, but it's LZ Beagle on top of turn number 4. Ray McRae in second spot. Looks just like Winston Cup with a pair of black automobiles at the front of the pack. It's like a Rusty Wallace, Dale Earnhardt battle, and Earnhardt has driven that car number 14 before. LZ Beagle trying to point it to the front this time down the front straightaway. Chiners in third. Dave Oblinas now moves up to fourth. Adam Vaughn right in the hunt with Gary McLean in the 12. North Shore driver Ray McRae going for the lead against LCD from Indian Mountain. Bill McLean takes a spin over at turn number 4. We have a caution on the speedway. And Chiners climbs the wall in car number 6 on the back straightaway. I just missed it. LZB, I believe, was involved. And a tough break for the race leader. Terry Charters heads back to his mount. LZ Beeman's still in the 14 car, but he is moving in there as the ambulance crews come out just to make sure everything's okay over there. So once again, caution out on the speedway. It's a rough night in Jericho here in the second, who won the first half. And Dave Mullins looking for the three-peat here. He was the 1994 and 1995 repeat winners, and he'd like to take home the three-peat here tonight in the International. It's been done before. Frank Fraser did it. And Dave Mullins would like to repeat.
Better racing, I guess. What are you gonna do? Load it on your trailer and go home. Everything Fred is built up.
Good to see Ken McKenzie back on the track in the 85 car after that. The straight stock division at a Budweiser late model sportsman division. Then on Monday afternoon, September the 2nd, the Enduro 200 and Demolition Derby. Yes, the Crunch Bunch comes to the Speedway for the final time in 1996 on Monday afternoon, September the 2nd at 2 p.m. And if you'd like to participate in that event by entering an automobile, drop over to see Pat Rogers in the garage area after the races tonight. And a child's ticket, a pink child's ticket, 504253. So you have a pink child's ticket, 504253, or an orange student ticket, 138054. We've got a bag of Hostess potato chips for you. That's 138054 and 504253.
All right, boys, let's go racing. Yeah. Holy shit, I'm surprised that car's built.
That would be the student ticket, am I correct, Mike? Student ticket is 138054, 138054, and we're looking for a child's pink ticket, 504, the lights on it. And I believe the last three numbers were 253 for the child's pink ticket. 18 down, 82 to go. Ray McCray on the point and on the dash on turn number 4. Jerry Charter's having trouble coming up to speed. Several cars come together. The 42 tags the wall at turn number 1. Caution is out on the speedway. Tough break for some of the cars mid-pack. As the 42, it looked like may have broken loose, but in any event, he tagged the wall pretty hard to the front end. He is moving inside the car. The 00 of Derek Smith involved, and I believe the 44 possibly of Jim Dunham, who was out of his car. So a good hand for Steve Rogers. He's okay over there, out of the car. I believe that's the 19 of Tim Rogers. I stand corrected. Over there to check on his cousin, who possibly got his bell rung over there. And one large involvement here in the sport is the Rogers family. Tim Rogers in the 19, his cousin in the 42, of course, Steve Rogers. And now Mike Rogers also taking the wheel from time to time in the 41 car. And good to... So once again, we are 18 complete and 82 to go in the second half of the Twin 100s here. The 32nd Annual International at the toughest track in the Maritimes, River Glade Speedway. So it looks like the 42, the Ed Floyd Excavating Hughes Home Construction Pontiac of Steve Rogers, will head back to the garage area on the Trent Blatney towing hook. Unfortunately, may finish this race in the garage area. Terry Charter's making his way back into the fray one more time. The caution flag is still out. Several cars anticipating the green. So we'll tighten the up and try this all over again one more time. The front row was ready to go on the outside. Green flag is up. They rev them up one more time through the 3-4 turn, and turn number 4 we're going racing. Oblinas puts McCray away in turn number 1. It comes out the clear leader down the back straightaway. Dave Mullins is on the move with the number 5 automobile. Looks to the outside of Ray McCray. Oblinas trying to run away and hide in the 48 automobile while Dave Mullins is trapped in behind the 15 of Ray McCray. Jerry McLean strong on the inside in the 12 car as well. Like Gabe Avenel may be off the face in car number 7. Running somewhat slower than the competitors he is near. And Dave Oblinas has stretched out a quarter track lead over second place Ray McCray. McCray doing a super job hanging on to that spot. And now starting to pull away a little bit from third and fourth place, Jerry McLean and Dave Mullins. Stretch out a quarter track or more lead over second place Ray McCray. Dave Mullins up to third. Gary McLean is fourth. Adam Pond is fifth. Mr. Mopar running strong there in the 28 car right behind Norm Dryden. Jerry Charters looks to the underside and out to the outside of Paul Lewis down the back straightaway. Dave Mullins in second position. Ray McCray back to third. Jerry McLean is fourth. With the 78 of Anapod in fifth. Arenas working his way through the back markers. What's Jerry Turner's another lap down. Sets his sights on Paul Revere in the 33. Dave Mullins solidly in second place. Moves to the outside of Paul Lewis out of turn number 2. Ray McRae in third. Gary McLean is fourth. In a fifth position out of line to the 78th. Once again, winding his way through the back markers. Looks to the outside of Roy Jarnick in the 0-2. Flag out on the speedway as the 7 car had come to a halt up in turn number 4. Fortunately, Babineau was able to refire the number leader. Green flag is up. Should get a green this final turn number 4. We'll go racing. To the 19 and Ray McRae in the 58. flags are up this time by. We're 50 completed, 50 to go. 50 complete, 50 to go. Down the back straightaway through the 3-4 turn. Working lap 51 this time by Dave Venus, your race leader. Mullins in the second spot. Tim Rogers is third. Ray McRae is fourth. Adam Pond in fifth. Sears making his way back out of the garage area, back into competition one more time. David Venus continues to lead in the 48 out of turn number 2. Dave Mullins now trying to close up the distance. Mullins back about 8 or 9 car lengths from your leader, David Venus. Trying to open up some distance from second place driver Dave Mullins in the 55. Through some more lap traffic as he comes up behind Abe Abadoh in the 7th. turn number 4. Tough break for the third place driver. The right front. Some serious damage there to suspension on the right front of the 55 car, and he retires to the infield area. So once again, caution out on the speedway. As Dave Oblinus continues to lead here in the International. Complete and 20 to go. We're 80 laps down, 20 to go. So a tough break for the first half winner, Dave Mullins, and he will end his day. A 20-lap dash to the finish. With 80 completed, 20 to go. Your race leader is Dave Oblinus in the 48. Green flag at turn number 4. Oblinus is on the gas and the green is down and over. Turn number 4. It may have affected the handling on the 19 car, but you wouldn't notice he switched to the inside of Ken McKenzie. Oblinus your leader, and the 0-2 out of there is slowed in turn number 4. Well, Garnet has refired the 0-2. Trying to keep it running one more time as the Oblinus leads them around. And Lloyd Smirth-Garnet has gone to the garage area with the Diavolo body machine. number 4. Sticks are up, 2 laps remaining, and the challenge is on. Right flag this time, 99 completed, 1 to go. Here he comes, crew on board. A rookie competitor takes it home for the international win, the 32nd version of it. He's got the helmet off. He can hear you cheer. Dave Almeida, show race winner. And as well, the overall winner of the 1996 version of the international.
They didn't get that guard even out of it, come back. That's going to
So the official picture taking ceremony taking place here at the start-finish line.
All right, everybody out there, get in here.
This is Brian.
Come on, some guys in the front.
Dave, I talked to your dad just a moment ago, and he said in the first half something happened.
Well,